Hello, accountability buddies. I'm Les, and this is another episode of Less is More Healthy. Coming to you from the car during a very beautiful autumn commute to work. I know that you're not seeing much outside of the car in this moment, but I will have some video overlaying this of a ride. And yeah, it's a gorgeous day. I wish it were a little warmer. I am not riding the e-bike to work because I am still recovering from being sick. Um, so yeah, let's talk a lot about or a little bit about the thing that's on my mind right now, and that is getting stuck in my head when it with regards to this channel in particular. Also creatively, and with my art channel, I'm kind of stuck in my head. Maybe I'll just produce this for both channels. But yeah, so I got really stuck in my head over producing these videos, really thinking like, well, who's gonna watch it? Um, what's the point? I really lost my focus when it comes to this channel and even to my other channel in terms of like what I want to accomplish with the channels, what I'm hoping to do with the videos. And so I have been kind of rethinking that. I haven't actually written about this during my values journaling, but I will. And I think that's going to be an important thing for me to like rethink as I am reworking this channel now. So got really stuck in my head, and let's talk a little bit about what I mean by that. So, I did record these conversational like voiceover videos that I have always made for this channel. Like this is how the channel started with me uh doing a video of me walking and talking about the number of miles and steps that I did, um, and then talking about healthy changes that I'm making in my life. And at some point, that just started to feel like it wasn't enough, and that I think I also felt a little bit like I was in a creative rut around this channel in particular because it really just didn't feel like I was doing anything with the channel, if that makes sense. And it was just sort of like I was recording, but it was meaningless, or it felt meaningless. Like I was recording and talking about the same thing over and over and over again. And that's kind of an interesting spot to be in a channel, and you have a couple of choices with the channel at that point. Like, do you continue on with the channel? And my intent was for the channel to be seasonal, with maybe one update per month over the winter months when I'm not doing as many active outdoor things. But I also like I had this moment like a week or two ago where I realized that's not what the channel was about. But it wasn't just about the active things that I do. The channel is really about my health and wellness journey. And I think because I lost focus of the health and wellness journey, that I kind of got lost in the channel, got lost in the purpose. Like I didn't know what the purpose of the channel is anymore. And then on top of it, I got really in my head about the videos themselves. I would I would record one of these videos, and I would really be thinking about like, is this a worthwhile use of anyone's time? And basically my inner critic would just shut the whole thing down. I would be like, nah, I've said this before, or I've done this before. Who's gonna watch it? Blah 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 blah. If I'm not talking about my bike, then no one's gonna watch the video. And I love my bikes, but the reality of the channel is that it's not about the bikes, it's about my health and wellness journey, and the bikes are just one part of the health and wellness journey. And the other thing is also I got a couple of like trolly comments, and they're hidden now, reported and hidden, but it's a lot to get those troll like comments on your channel. It's really disheartening. um but largely it was less the troll comments that got me stopping, and more the like me getting in my own head of like, is this worthwhile? And I would have had these thoughts regardless, even if there hadn't been any troll comments. Starting the channel, riding a Walmart bike was a choice, but it also um, put the channel on the radar of a certain percentage of cycling people. Um, and, no amount of my enjoyment of the bike really made a difference for them. It was always the comments of like, well, it's a trash bike, you'll be replacing it in, X number of months. It's a waste of time to do the upgrades. And there was just a lot of that. And I just have learned over the years that when I get comments that are just like naysayers or focusing on the negative, I block and hide them. I don't need that in my life. I don't have time for it in my life. But anyway, regardless, that's not what this is about. This is about me getting stuck in my head. So I was recording these episodes, and then, I was also recording some ride videos or walk videos, and I really just got into the idea of like, this needs to be more. I need to do more with this. This isn't enough. Um, and really the sort of like thing that I kept thinking was, this isn't enough. I need to do more. And I don't. This channel is about my health and wellness journey, and it doesn't really need to. I don't need to do gear reviews. I don't need to do unboxing videos. I don't need to do any of that if I don't want to. I really just got stuck in that like mindset of like hustle culture, doing more with less, blah 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 blah. And ultimately, it really stifled my creativity on a lot of fronts, not just for this channel, but also my other channel. I haven't put up a video for that in a few months, and I haven't recorded anything for that, despite the fact that I've been making art and showing stuff in shows. And yeah, it's just this getting stuck in my own head business has been quite destructive to my life. And, now I'm at a point where I'm really ready to make some changes with that and get back into the swing of things. So that's where I'm at, getting back into the swing of things. This summer, I had gotten into a really, really good routine where I would head out of the house early with my art supplies. I would go somewhere and go for a walk, and then I would park my butt somewhere and start drawing, do some sketches. And sometimes that would include a little tea or coffee outside, which I love. Um, and I want to get back into that. However, the main problem that I'm having right now is that my knee is is not happy. Even with a brace, it gets aggravated when I go for walks. So I'm not walking the way I would like to, because my knee is pretty aggravated. So at this point, like, I think that The knee injury is really weighing me down, and it's making things more difficult. I'm so happy that I have a doctor's appointment coming up to take a look at the knee. I'll hopefully have an MRI scheduled, and then the doctor will figure out if I need knee surgery or not. Do I want surgery? Not really, but I also don't want to live in pain. And if a knee surgery will shorten the recovery of this particular injury, then I'm for it. But that is something my doctor will help me figure out starting this Friday. I'm looking forward to that, and yeah, from there I am pretty hopeful that I can start to like get my head out of the house before work early, get to some place where I can go for a short walk, um, wearing a brace, and then make myself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and then go from there. Um, in terms of videos for the channel, I have some DIY stuff that I've been watching, and I'm pretty interested in some of these coffee outside Stanley boxes. And I'm going to see if when I go to visit my family, if I can find my grandfather's Stanley lunchbox. Um, my grandma had said something about maybe they had thrown it away when my grandpa retired. Um, that being said, so I am going to take a look around the farmhouse and see if it's around. I'm going to ask my mom to keep an eye out for it now that she lives there. It could be stashed away. It was pretty beaten up. It had some definite patina. But anyway, thinking about some like Stanley Lunchbox, like coffee outside kits, some various other coffee outside kits, and ways of kind of elevating my morning walks. Um, and I'm really looking forward to that. Um, I enjoy coffee outside. It's a really good reason to go for a walk, and I'm hoping to take you on that journey with me. So yeah, just trying to figure everything out as I am like coming back to the channel. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna say thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking with me through this extended break, if you will. Here we are starting out a new season of this channel. And it's a gorgeous fall season in Massachusetts to get it started. So, anyway, with that, thank you for being here. I'll catch you next time. Bye.